Assalamu alaikum, welcome back. Today I'm going to be sharing my August favourites with you. I've not done any favourites posts in a very long time and I thought it was about time I share some of the things I've been loving recently. My foundation of choice has been the Dior Star Foundation. Now this is no newbie to my collection, I've had it for a very long time and I've reviewed it on my blog too. But it's just so stunning. It's worth the high-end price tag 100%. They don't have the best shade range out there, but they definitely have managed to nail an olive skin tone that matches mine. I just love it. It's great for photography, which is what the name suggests. It's a dual star foundation. It's basically made for filming and for photos. But it's also just great for any day where your skin's feeling a bit dull and it's not looking its best and you just want to look a bit more alive, and I love this. It does tend to get a little bit oily on me, especially if I've had a really busy day, so I'll just use a powder to set that in place. Talking about powders, the powder that I am absolutely in love with, and I've been in love with it since I bought it, is the Charlotte Tilbury one. This is her Airbrush Flawless Finish Skin Perfecting Micro Powder in the shade 2 Medium, and I have thoroughly hit pan on my one. It's amazing. I never used to be a powder girl until I got my hands on this and I love it, completely love it. It somehow manages to make your skin look just pulled together in a way that no other powder can, and I think it's because it's so finely milled. I actually always use this whenever I can see my face getting a little bit oily or I'm getting a bit hot, and the last 2 times that I filmed I've put this over my makeup because I've come in from a busy day and decided to film, and this is what makes me look pretty much normal and means that I don't have to redo my whole makeup again. Again, this is pricey, but actually a little bit goes a long way even if you use it regularly. I've had this for over a year and I'm still going strong. Yes, I've hit pan, but I've still got lots and lots of product left in there, and I do actually have a backup. That's how much I love it, which is rare for me. Like I never back up my high-end items because they're expensive, but this is an exception. It's amazing. Moving on to something slightly more affordable, I have been absolutely obsessed with the Kiko Eyebrow Fibers Coloured Mascara. If you know me, you know I hate doing my eyebrows. They're like the worst part of makeup for me because I'm so bad at it, but this has really been helping to just even them out, give them a softer look overall, and yeah, pretty much make them not look like caterpillars on my face. I still don't like doing my eyebrows, but this has been making the process easier. It literally has very small fibres, like they're so small that you can hardly see them. The shade that I use is 05, which I love, I absolutely love. So I highly recommend that if you have trouble doing your brows like I do. Moving on to lips, I'm actually not wearing these today, but I've been loving the Colourpop Ultra Satin Lips. In my opinion, the satin lips are their best formula. I have tried their Ultra Mattes, Ultra Satins and Glossy Lips too. I like the Glossy Lips as well, but it's not practical for a day-to-day basis. And the Ultra Mattes are really hit and miss. I've got lots of reviews on them on my blog. And the Satins are just amazing. They're so comfortable to wear, they're so creamy, and they last a really decent amount of time. Obviously they are going to transfer, they are going to fade faster than a matte, but they're very comfortable. So I think the pros far outweigh the cons. The 2 shades in particular that I've been loving over the summer have been Screenshot and Strip. Screenshot is a peachy shade. On its own I don't adore it, but with like a darker lip liner I can make it work really well for me. And Strip is a very like nude shade for me. It's basically like my perfect nude if I'm going for a very nude look. However, I tend to use Strip in the middle of most of my lip colours just to lighten them up and give them a bit more of a fresh summer look. So if you're gonna pick up anything from Colourpop, make sure you give their Ultra Satins a go, and you will not be disappointed. I have loads that I love. I have at least 5 that I can think of off the top of my head that I love. But yeah, these 2 in particular have been my summer favourites. 2 brushes that I have been loving are from Morphe. The first one is the E8 brush. Now this is just such a great brush for a multiple number of reasons. As you can see, it's quite small, so it's really great for blending out any concealer that you put on your face, and if you have extra time you can use it to blend out your foundation as well. It's also good for setting your under eyes, so I really like it for that. It's just good for blending out any harsh contour, and I just like the dome shape of it. It's a very precise brush and it's very, very soft as well. It's the E8 brush and it's really worth the money, so I highly recommend that. And the second brush that I have been obsessed with is the M501. This is the best brush for highlighting, hands down. It has natural bristles, I believe, which means that they are not synthetic, and it means it can just pick up powder much more precisely than a softer brush would. I really, again, like the size of it. It's great for the tops of the cheekbone, the nose, basically anywhere you want to highlight, maybe not the corners of the eyes, but anywhere that you want to apply highlight, it works really well at. And I tend to find myself like dipping in less when I use this brush versus like a fan brush. I would use a fan brush if I want to get a very soft wash of colour on a normal day-to-day for work, for example. I wouldn't go in heavily with this brush. I could use it lightly and still get the desired effect, but I would probably reach for a fan brush instead. Moving on to skincare, I actually only have one real favourite of the month, and it's been my Alpha H Liquid Gold. Now this is the most expensive skincare item that I've ever invested in. I don't invest a lot of money in skincare. I mean, I've been a student up to this point. I like to find affordable and as natural as possible things for the skin, but this is something that I think is 100% worth the money. It's so good. It's basically got glycolic acid in it, and it's an overnight treatment. Recently I haven't been taking the best care of my skin, but I found that every time I've used this and left it on overnight, in the morning my skin just looks so much more brighter, and it actually looks like I've had enough sleep, which is, you know, what I definitely need on a regular basis. You can't overuse this, by the way, and I tend to only use this twice a week maximum, but it's really great, especially if you're older, but even if you're like in your early 20s like I am, you will love this if you try it out. There's lots of different dupes out there. I know the Pixie one is a dupe as well, supposedly, but I got this on a special offer from Beauty Bay, I believe, and I think I got like 2 or 3 in a pack, so I'm going to be going strong with this for a while. If it works, if it's not broke, you know, why, yeah, what's the saying? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. That's the saying. So yes, really loving this, and I highly recommend you try out. And finally, the last thing that I've been loving is a hair care item, actually. Again, I don't tend to spend a lot of money on my hair care, but I definitely have been needing an oil to help with my hair because it can get pretty dry. And the oil that I've been using is actually a Superdrug own brand one. It's the hair therapy oil with argan in it, and it is amazing. I apply 2 pumps of this into my hair after I've had a shower, and on the back it says that drying time is reduced by up to 40%, and I definitely noticed that my hair dries quicker, but not only that, it actually has like more shine, much less frizz, and it just is more manageable. So I really like this. It comes in quite a small bottle, it's only 50 ml, but I find that you literally only need a small amount. This bottle has been lasting me a long time, and since the Superdrug own brand, you will find it on special offer at some point because they always are really good like that. They have great offers on their products. Okay, thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, you know what to do, and yeah, bye.